Welcome to Cinerift. Today I will show you an action film from 2024 titled Lights Out. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. Michael, known by his codename Duffy, a former soldier, notices a poker game in a bar and decides to participate, offering his watch as collateral. After winning a hand with a straight flush, the thug is unwilling to part with the watch. Duffy is forced to physically confront the thug's buddies individually, eventually getting the watch back. Max, who observed the entire fight, steps outside and sees Duffy staying at a nearby motel. Duffy suffers from severe PTSD, remembering deaths of his comrades, who were like brothers to him. In the morning, Max seeks out Duffy, who initially shows no interest. Through the closed door, Max praises Duffy's combat skills, proposing a once-in-a-lifetime deal, but Duffy declines. Undeterred, Max follows Duffy, emphasizing the waste of his talent. Max touches a nerve by bringing up his own brother, a fellow veteran consumed by PTSD who removed himself, suggesting Duffy needs an outlet for his anger. Duffy agrees to see what Max is selling to him. Max brings him to a budget version fight club where the few people watching place bets. Fosco is the main organizer and explains that in this fight, there are no rules. It's a fight to the death. The first fight is between a karate kid and a tank. Initially, the karate fighter dominates, even beginning a premature victory celebration. However, the tide swiftly turns as the tank lands a few good whacks before the karate kid is knocked out. But now for the main event, Fosco unleashes the Frankenstein, pitting him against Duffy, who didn't sign up to fight at all. He is leaving as Fosco calls him a wet kitten running to mommy. It triggers Duffy, and he decides to play ball. Max bet a huge amount on Duffy. The fight begins, and Duffy cracks a few bones and finishes it with a shot to the liver. Frankenstein is down before Fosco finishes counting money. With the cops suddenly arriving, the crowd scrambles. In the car, Max hands Duffy his winnings. He placed a bet on his behalf, fully aware there is no way he would lose after witnessing the bar fight. Max invites Duffy to stay at his sister's place. While desperately searching for his hidden money at his girlfriend Rachel's home, Stan becomes suspicious that her child might have taken it, leading him to strike Rachel. In response, she demands he leave. Just as this confrontation escalates, Max and Duffy arrive, and Duffy quickly subdues the agitated Stan. That evening, walking through another underground fighting ring, Stan is brought before the fight organizer, Sage, and his boss, Ellen, to whom Stan owes a lot of money. She promises not to get mad if he tells her the truth. After Stan reveals that the money is somewhere at Rachel's house, she taps him, ordering Sage to find out where Rachel lives. As Duffy is earning his stay with some house renovations, Max visits Sage, paying back a fraction of the debt he owes him and offering to make the rest back by setting Duffy up to fight. Sage agrees to give him a 3-to-1 odds fight, sure that his fighter will win. Duffy slowly starts to warm up to Hannah and Rachel, especially the now single Rachel, if you know what I mean. When Max finally returns, he tells Duffy that they are about to make a lot of money. By they, he means Duffy gets punched in the face and Max gets paid. Team effort. The next fight will at least feature a real cage. Sage keeps these fights under cop radar by bribing Ellen, a police detective, who keeps these fights under her control. Max introduces Duffy to Sage. Duffy suddenly changes their agreed odds to 5-to-1, or he will walk. Sage agrees, hoping his bite is as good as his bark. Inside the cage, Fosco starts the fight, and Duffy is immediately pinched to the wall, taking a few heavy blows. Max starts to panic, but once Duffy throws him away, he ends the fight with one quick blow. As the pair is walking away, Max is happy with his win and debt settled. Sage wants Duffy to fight his strongest boy, who taunts Duffy. Max tells him it's not worth it, but looking out for Max, Duffy accepts a triple or nothing bet, him versus Curtis. The fight starts and no fighter has a clear advantage, with both taking a few blows. That is, until Duffy starts experiencing some PTSD flashbacks and becomes disoriented. Duffy suddenly goes berserk, breaking the dude's skull and unable to stop himself until Max calms him down. He won. Back at home, Max distributes their winnings and finally inquires about Duffy's personal life, questioning why he's in LA. Duffy reveals he's here to bury his mother. She had no one left in her life. But in reality, Duffy is holding something back. The following morning, Sage provides Rachel's address to Ellen. Armed with this information, Ellen and her team arrive at Rachel's under the guise of searching for Stan. She commands a thorough search of the entire house. But after searching every nook and cranny and Detective Kincaid making himself at home, they don't find the money. Annoyed, Ellen threatens Rachel and her daughter, ordering her to find Stan's stash money, or else. Kincaid is like the guy loan sharks hire to get their money back, busy every day. It turns out Stan was a money launderer, and once Ellen used his services to launder money for a Mexican cartel, Stan hid it. Now she's in deep hummus, owing them $500,000. Sage is in on it too. When Max and Duffy return to the house, they see the place trashed, and Rachel reveals the whole situation about Ellen, Stan owing some money, and Sage. So Max and Duffy decide to give Old Man Sage a visit, who tells them that the situation is beyond his control, but if Duffy fights for him, they can clear Stan's debt and keep Rachel safe. Outside, Ellen approaches the duo, telling Duffy to call her if he ever wants to level up. Duffy starts to realize that these are some really bad cops. Max appreciates everything Duffy did for him, but this is his fight. Duffy isn't backing down, calling it our fight. Once again dreaming about his fallen comrades, Duffy wakes up drenched in sweat. Outside, also unable to sleep, Rachel makes him company. She asks about his time in the military, and he admits about remembering his friends every single night. He can't escape it. That's why he became a nomad. In a makeshift arena, Ellen and Sage have bet against Duffy. He's fighting the corrupt cop. Ellen tells Sage she didn't find the money at Rachel's place, putting the blame on Sage, who reveals he has photos of Ellen and her crew working with the cartel. If he goes down, she goes down. Fosco rings the bell and the fight starts, and the cop is already on the ground, using a dirty sand throw. Duffy blocks, throwing him against the fence, breaking his neck. Unfortunately, Kincaid declares him deceased and uses a gunshot to disperse the crowd, clearing the area. Fosco tells them to get away as far as possible. They're in big trouble now. When the police arrive, Ellen tells Kincaid about Sage's blackmail and wants Kincaid to deal with him. While throwing out trash, Rachel spots the attic window loose, finding the bag with cash. Rachel confronts her daughter about the money. She was the one that hid it. She only did it to protect her mother from Stan. She hates him. Rachel suddenly gets a call from Max, explaining the situation and that they have to pack. In an empty parking lot, Fosco intends to leave the state, paranoid that someone is stalking him, when suddenly Kincaid appears before him, killing him. Just as Max and Duffy arrive to pick up the girls, a car starts a drive-by, spraying bullets into them. Hannah has been shot. The ambulance manages to get there in time to patch her up. Now this is really personal to Duffy, leading him to call his buddy Don the military, who obviously is in town, and they meet him the same evening. After a quick catch-up, they explain their situation with the crooked cops, and once again, obviously he has enough to fund a small operation in his car. Also, despite it not being Don's fight, he's coming with them. Arriving at Sage's place, Kincaid lets his team know they're not cuffing anyone tonight. Inside, Duffy and Max confront Sage, but it wasn't him ordering the hit. He deduces that Ellen is cutting loose ends, and he's probably next, just as Kincaid's team enters and starts blasting at Don. A massive shootout ensues, and after a prolonged, no one can hit anyone fight, Don is backed into a corner and starts fighting in close combat, ultimately getting shot. Just as Duffy finishes the first wave, Kincaid comes from the front, starts blasting a wall, and gets shot from the side. Is no one giving any comms here? Duffy finishes the rest. Unfortunately, Max got shot. The final boss, Ellen, finishes off Sage. She then holds Max at gunpoint, making Duffy drop his gun. She could have just finished them both off, but instead, she has to yap, and Max takes out his pistol and shoots her. Duffy runs up to Don, who mutters that he missed him, before passing away. After buying his mother a proper headstone, Duffy is back on the move. The end. Subscribe for more recaps like this.